On the 20th of February, the United Nations Security Council convened for an emergency meeting. The agenda of the meeting was the rapidly deteriorating security situation in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where fighting between the government forces and the M23 rebels has intensified. At the meeting, the United States issued a warning to both Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo that they must walk back from the brink of war. Kinshasa, the United Nations and the Western nations have said that Kigali is actually supporting the rebels in a bid to control the vast mineral resources in the region, a charge that's been refuted by Kigali. Our next report gets you all the details.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo, formerly known as Zaire, is Africa's second largest country. Though rich in valuable mineral resources, it ranks among the 5 poorest nations in the world. Compounding the problem for the impoverished nation is the insurgency in its east, which it has been battling for decades. It is estimated that more than 120 rebel groups are fighting with national armed forces for power, land, and valuable mineral resources. Preeminent among these is M23, a largely Tutsi rebel group linked with the neighboring Rwanda, though Kigali has repeatedly denied the charge. After several months of relative calm, intense fighting resumed last month around the city of Goma, the capital of the North Kivu province. At least 35 people have been killed and hundreds wounded in these clashes. Desperate civilians on foot, on motorbikes or in cars moved from the towns and villages around Goma to take refuge in the city. Thousands of civilians have been caught in the crossfire and are in urgent need of humanitarian assistance. On Tuesday, UN humanitarian agencies issued an appeal for financial aid to address the grave food insecurity situation.
So in terms of financing, as I said, we are asking for 2.6 billion, and this is to provide what we call multi-sectoral assistance to 8.7 million people. The first ticket item on the list is food security because of that mega food insecurity situation in the conflict zone of the DRC. So 1.2 billion out of the 2.6 is going to food security.
More than 1 million people are now in and around Goma after fleeing the fighting. The Congolese president, Felix Tshisekedi, who was re-elected in December, has struggled to bring an end to the cycle of violence despite his promises. Strongly condemning the escalating violence, the United States asked the M23 backers in Rwanda to remove sophisticated surface-to-air missiles that are threatening lives in the Congo's east. And in a stern warning, the United States urged both parties to explore the path of regional diplomatic efforts for lasting peace.
Rwanda and the DRC must walk back from the brink of war. Parties to the conflict and regional actors should immediately resume the Nairobi and Luanda processes. These regional diplomatic efforts, not military conflict, are the only path toward a negotiated solution and sustainable peace.
Will Rwanda pay heed to these warnings and end all support for M23 rebels and pull its troops from Democratic Republic of Congo? Well, millions of lives are at stake and dependent on Rwanda's next move.